got a tip, there's no debate. I know a gent that'll set you straight. It's Vinny Valentine. Good fellow who's got what it takes. A New Yorker to make no mistake. It's Vinny Valentine. And if you're feeling real blue, call on Vinny. He's gonna tell you who's better than you. Elizabeth Street, Little Italy. Hangs with his pals, yeah, that's where he'll be. It's Vinny, a friend of mine. Stand-up guy from the Lower East Side. Take it from me, he's one of a kind. It's Vinny Valentine.
Who's better than you?
Welcome to Tell It Like It Is, the Vinny Vella Show, and my co-host this evening, Olivia.
Hello, guys.
You
Happy
want
to
to say
be
your
here.
last name? I know.
Milano. I like
she
to
likes
throw it
saying
in
that.
there.
Milano, yeah, that's right. There you go. And last week when we were here, we had a hell of a guest. We had Jackie DiMaggio, and she was fabulous. And she made my eyes a little watery.
Yeah, we were
You
cheering
know,
up over
and
here.
Plus, it's coming to another couple of more weeks. Somebody will be taking over my show. And, you know, me having my guests here and all the people that I love, and I see how much support I have, you know, that made my eyes a little watery. You know, not that I'm running away from them. I'm not. Because I'm still going to be around. You're not going to get rid of me that easy, you know. And I just have to get rid of stress and I'll be all right. And I'm getting rid of it. My wife is next. I'm only joking. Only joking. My wife, only joking. She's a good girl. She's a good girl. I don't want no problems. No, I don't fool around with Puerto Ricans and what else? Oh, Sicilians. No. But anyway, so she brought tears to my eyes, you know, last week. And I'm just, you know, normally I talk about topics and all that. There's just so much going on out there in the street. You know, I just don't know what to talk about anymore. I don't know where to start off. You know, so that's stress. When you start thinking about everything that's going on out there, and stabbings, people getting thrown in front of trains, and who's getting sucker punched in the street, and Trump, you don't know if this guy's doing right or wrong. Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on anymore. You know what? Mind your own business. I think that's the only way you're going to get through
Philosophy.
this. You know, mind your own business, stay healthy, and
Hope for the best.
and keep good company.
Yeah.
We know what that's all about, don't we?
Oh, you're telling me.
Well, you heard it.
Just like
Cut that out. All right. But anyway, I want to introduce a good friend of mine, and he's been a friend of mine for the longest time. And he's directed a couple of movies, and I've been in one of his movies. What was that called? Season of the Hunters?
Season of the Hunters.
Season of the Hunters. Was I the hunted or the season?
No, you
Part
were,
of the season.
You were a funny-ass patron and a diner scene. You and Joe Regano.
Oh, okay.
Getting the two of you guys together. Remember that?
Well, I know that now. Phil is going to be putting together another movie, which we're hoping
Yes,
to get it.
We're in discussions.
Put it together by March,
Yeah, we want to shoot March, April.
March or April.
Right. It's,
And I think you gave me a part in there.
yes, it was below SAG rate you agreed to, if I recall.
Say what?
Below SAG.
Below SAG?
Non-union rate. No, I'm
Who are you talking to?
Of course, Vinny. Yes, there would be a part that we talked about. Armo Mazziata playing. It's a real.
And I introduce you to another nice guy that we're going to have on the show. Frank.
Frank, right?
Frank.
Yes, just a little while
Great
back.
actor. new face, that's what you need. Not like all these mafia flicks that you see today.
Right.
They see the same faces and
Right.
everything's Italian, mother this, and I'll break this.
I agree. It's very stereotypical.
Stay away from all of that.
Well, this is as you remember, we discussed. This is it's a movie we titled Blood Hungry. It's a mob film, but it's not. It starts off as a mob film. It's not a traditional mob movie. You know, we've seen a lot of them. Some of them are great, and there's a few masters, Scorsese and some others that know how to make them. This film screenplay starts off as a crew of mobsters that do a double homicide, and they have
Would you change? It's not mobsters or wise guys.
I don't know much of a difference.
Well, mobsters are like guys that seem like they were already made. Wise guys are like punks on the street.
These would be mobsters.
Mobsters?
In the end,
Made men.
Right. So these would be mobsters.
Am I one of those good guys?
You would be a good fella, yes.
I've always wanted a part like that, or making love.
But you would be a serious good fella. You would have your role, as we discussed, is a very you have a very comic element in a lot of the stuff that I've seen you do, which I think is terrific. This takes a more serious role. It's a very dark story. And what I wanted to quickly say was I said before, it's not a traditional mob film. It starts off as a mob film, but then it takes a left into horror. So these mob guys who control their streets and their neighborhoods and so forth, they now wind up in an element in the woods that they're in someone else's backyard, so they're no longer tough guys. They're now dealing with some of these local rednecks that run a small meth operation. So that's in general terms, that's what the film is. It's almost a cross genre. It goes from a drama into a thriller/horror.
Yeah, well, you've seen me do both of those kind of parts, and comedy.
Absolutely. Yeah, no.
You came to one of my sets when I was working, not just recently.
Yes, I came down to the Irishman, which, again, it demonstrates who you are in terms of the way you were treated. And I think people, I'd like to share my experience in knowing you and dealing with you over the years and watching you helping, supporting myself and many other people. As far as the Vinny Vella nights I used to have many years back, I know I was a loyal fan. I showed up at most of them, and you would give various entertainers, a platform to show their talent. Singers, dancers, comedians, actors. We would network, and that was all because of you. And you've always tried to help people. Okay. You used to call me up many times. You might not have heard from me for months, and you would call me and say, "Hey, Philly, don't you have a quarter in your pocket? Why ain't I hearing from you?" I mean, that's
Take the Band-Aids off your finger.
that tells. So as far as the movie set, you're a regular guy. People enjoy you because you're you. You're genuine, and I just, I'd rather say some things about how I feel about you and what I've seen. Myself, I'm a struggling writer, director, producer. And I enjoy what I do, whether I make something big or small. I'm always going to do it. I've been writing for over 30 years. But back to you, on the set, The Irishman, I first get there and I say, I'm here to see Vinny Vella. Now you're way back, it's in the meatpacking district, so you're in some building way back filming. But they know who you are. I tell them my name, and they say, "Well, we'll let you know when you can go on set." So about 15 minutes later, they give me some coffee. I'm sitting in a little, in a holding area, and then they bring me back towards you on the set. And I hung out with you, as you remember. They didn't ask me why. They just brought me over to you, and that was a pretty close set because everybody that was on the set was either wearing those aprons or smocks or whatever the hell you call them, the butcher aprons. And I remember being on set and De Niro coming up to you, talking to you, you know, and then through you, I said hello. Tried to get him to talk to me a little bit, but he doesn't seem to want to talk to anybody but you. Okay, I mean, he's sitting in this little area where it's kind of curtained off, and he's sitting down. I guess he's maybe pretending he's on the phone or something, because you have to talk to people. But then what struck me probably the most is I'm there with you a few hours, and then Martin Scorsese comes out of his trailer. Now, there's got to be 50 people around, you know, all the crew and some of the actors and De Niro. But he walks over to you. Okay, nobody else. And I'm there about 3-4 hours. We never see him, right? As you remember. So he comes over. I'm standing with you. And he starts talking to you. Hey, Vinny, how you doing? How you feel? You okay? Everything? You're comfortable? And, I get to say my hello, Marty. He says hi. Back to you. He doesn't want to talk to me. He doesn't know me. But what I think, what it is about you is you talk to these people like they're people. You talk to them like you're talking to me or anybody else. And that's why I think these people gravitate to you, whether they're a big actor or a small actor, it doesn't matter. And that's part of the charm and the things
You even
that
met Ellen Lewis.
And that's right. And then Ellen Lewis, the big casting, casting
She's the biggest
agent.
around.
She comes over. And she's talking to you again, and you're telling her some joke. I don't remember the joke, but I know she's laughing. And you're talking to her, she's like, like you just met her, for Christ's sake. She's just breaking her chops. And again, that's testament to the way you are. I mean, I think some of these people are not used to being treated that way.
They're not. And I don't mean to interrupt, but a lot of people say to me sometimes, how is it to meet these other stars that are very big? Well, I've been doing this so long that I'm not saying that I'm well known or everybody knows me. No. But I've been doing this so long. I've done comedy, I've done commercials, I've done movies, I've done everything in so many different, I've played so many different characters that they know me. I haven't met them before.
Right.
So when they see me, they're happy to meet me.
Yeah.
So when I see them, people say, how is it to meet these big stars? No. How is it for them to meet me?
Exactly.
I've been around a long time.
I agree with that. I agree with
a long
that. And
So when I talk to these people, I talk to them like I'm talking to you.
that's right.
Olivia, all my guests, these are all my friends. I say, wow, it's about time I'm getting to see you. I've been watching you for 4 years on TV. Not 5, because I didn't like you back then, but you did a movie that I liked, or something like that. And
I think anybody that knows you knows that you're that's who you are. You say it the way it is. You talk to everybody the same, and people sense that. People pick that up. Even the people that have prominent positions or the small person in a small job, let's say, they all recognize it, and that's one of the qualities that I've always admired about you. I try to emulate it myself because I feel the same way. We're all people. We're all trying to make a living. Some of us do well. Some of us don't do well.
don't do as well.
Or don't do as well.
As well.
And that's what life is about. Life is about ups and downs.
Yeah.
And you always have my support in anything you do. It was my pleasure to come to your last few shows. I guess you're ending it very shortly.
We got one more and then that's it.
And I feel privileged. And like I said, you've always supported me. And
Well, there you go.
You're a good man.
Like you said earlier, I like helping people.
You do,
I
Ben.
remember when I've done other movies, I won't mention some of them, but all the extras would be down here, and they would have me in a camper over here all by myself. Mm-hmm. So I would leave the camper and then go down here and start talking to the extras. and they would come up to me and say, "Oh, this is all for extras. You don't belong here. You belong over there." Or, "Why do I belong over there? There's nobody over there to talk to. I'd rather be over here." You know? And these people, they want to pick your brain. You know, "Hey, how long you been doing this? Wow, how do you memorize your lines?" And, you know, they want to just pick your brain. They want to talk to you. They want to meet you. And I'm just as excited to be there with them and have them ask questions. Let them get to where they want to be, you know? And so I like helping people.
Yeah. As far as memorizing lines, I don't know, and maybe you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you got your own way of you ad-lib. I think you just go. Because when I dealt with you, and you know, "Vinny, this is the scene. We just give you an idea of what to say, and then you just take it from there." In fact, you're one of the best I've come across, because we could just roll the camera. And I think you can correct.
And I've done that.
And I think you've done it on Scorsese's film.
I have.
With you and Joe Regano.
And his mother.
And his mother. That
And
was all
Scorsese's mother.
That was all ad-libbed.
Yeah.
I love that scene.
I would think so.
Yeah, because what Scorsese, what he did was at one point in the movie, he decided we're going to go for lunch, and when we come back, I'm going to put my mother in the scene with you, and I want you to, every time you curse, I want you to stop, apologize, remember where you left off, and you know, he packed my head with so many things that he wanted me to do. When I came back from lunch, I started to shake, and I said, "Wait a second, why am I shaking?
Right.
I'm a wise guy. I got to remain a wise guy in this film. You know, what's going on? Something's
Why am I
wrong with
shaking?
this conversation." So when I got out there, and I did what I had to do, he said, "I'm going to watch it from another room on a TV monitor, and don't stop until I say, stop, cut."
Right.
And then all of a sudden, I answered the phone, and my brother-in-law that was just sitting in a chair, he was like stunned, like he was like this, because I was saying lines that I wasn't supposed to say, you know. And he was looking at me like that, and I wanted to say, like, "What the hell are you
Just let
looking
it
at?"
roll.
You know. And I just rabbled on,
Right.
and I'm saying to myself, you know, when you have to ad-lib for over 2 minutes, like almost going on 2.5 minutes, it might not seem a lot,
No, it's a lot.
but when you have to ad-lib and talk about what they want you to talk about, you have to bring out the key points for 2.5 minutes, going on 3 minutes. That's not that easy.
No, and it's time consuming, because, you know, if you can't pull it off, I mean, where do people rehearse their lines. There's a
Right.
reason for
So,
that.
I mean, if you have 30 seconds of lines that you have to do, that doesn't mean you got to stretch it out to 3 minutes.
Right.
No, keep it in the 30 seconds. As long as you talk about the key things that you're supposed to talk about.
Right.
You're in the given
In that 30
circumstances.
lines.
But I think that's a natural ability. Not many, there's a certain percentage of actors can get away with that. And I think Scorsese recognized that in you. And
I just finally said to myself,
Yes.
"Well, when is he going to say cut?" I was running out of things to
he
say.
was enjoying it.
You know, and then finally he came
was
out of the
getting some
room
good shit.
and he went, "Cut, cut." He approached me with his hands on his head, and I figure, "Oh shit, this guy's going to send me home. He's going to say, 'What the hell are you talking about?'" Because I didn't know what the hell I said. And he walked over to me, put his 2 hands on my shoulder like that, and he went, "Perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for." I went, you know. And I said, "Marty, can I ask you for a favor? When you like something that I do me a favor, don't approach me with your hands on your head. I thought you were just going to send me home." You know? And he says, "I want you to, do you remember what you said?" I said, "Marty, I don't even know what the hell I was talking about." We did about 20 takes. Now, 20 takes doesn't mean that he didn't like what you did before. He wants to see if you can do it a little bit better now, or add on more. He liked what I was doing. So my scene with his mother was supposed to be this big with my brother-in-law. I stretched it out to that much because I didn't hear the word "cut," you know, and I just kept going, and then especially when he said to me, I said, am I, he said, that's exactly what I'm looking for.
Right.
He says, I want everybody here to see what he's doing. This is what I call an actor. And I'm going, yeah, I'm going like that right there. Yeah. I'm going like that to everybody.
Absolutely.
Pay attention to what I'm doing, you know?
That's why he came out of the trailer and talked to you. I mean, anybody that puts immortalizes their mother with you, right?
Right? He
has
trusts
to
his
think
mom
something-
with you.
Trusts his mom with you. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Vinny, I
don't
want
wanna
you to be in a
curse
scene with
too
my
much.
mother.
Yeah.
I didn't
What?
want to curse too much, you know, because I had to have some respect for his mother.
His mother.
So, because there were a lot of more F words in there, but I used it once. I said, the way I feel, you know, then I went back to, she says, hey, watch your mouth. I said, Ma, you see what they're doing to me? But I swear to God, if they come back, I'll break his freaking head with a shovel.
was
But I
great
said, freaking head instead of effing head, you know? And I added on a few. And Scorsese, I don't know what he was doing in the back. He's probably
Laughing.
dribbling somewhere.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
And I liked what I did.
It was a
He
great
liked
piece
what
of
I
work.
did. And I've had so many actors that were in that movie tell me after they seen it, and the ones that were there watching me do that,
Mm-hmm.
all said, you stole that freaking scene. You stole that scene. That was something else.
That's a very memorable scene, you and his mother in that.
Oh, yeah.
You know, what was it? It was a butcher shop or
I was
something?
an owner of a produce market.
Produce market.
Yeah. And so I just try to keep it minimal. You know, I didn't want to curse too much.
Right.
You know, and everybody said to me, you stole that scene. You stole that scene. You know, and so that meant a lot to me.
Yeah.
You know, that meant a lot to me.
Absolutely.
What was that?
Bravo, bravo.
There you go.
Absolutely. It was terrific. You know, so.
And
I mean, and there was a lot of films that I've seen you in that I thought, were, exceptional in terms of your acting. Kill the Irishman, for instance.
Kill the Irishman.
Right.
There's two movies. One called Kill the Irishman, and then another, this new one that we just did called The Irishman, but they're not connected.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's saying, oh, is that a continuation? No, it wasn't. Because with the first one, with the lead of the film, I don't know if I was supposed to say this to him, but, he got on my nerves. And he said to me, I left the club with Paul Savino, and he goes, hey, you know why they call Italians WAP? I said, no. He goes, when you throw them up against the wall, they go, WAP. I said, here, WAP this, you Irish mother. You know? There you go. I said, here, wipe this, WAP this, you Irish mother, You
got to tell
And
him
they
like
left
it
it
is.
all in. They left it
They
all
left
in.
it all in, yeah.
Hey.
Ad-lib again.
And but I wasn't supposed to say that. I was supposed to calm down and accept what he said because he was the lead guy of the Irish
Mm-hmm.
mob, and I wasn't supposed to say, "Hey, wop this, you Irish mother,"
Mm-hmm.
And I got away with it.
There's only certain actors I believe you can give such latitude to be able to just say other things other than follow script. So I think you fall in that category. And forget me, Scorsese and some of these other people see it that way. That says some nice things.
But you want to know something? I enjoy what I do. If there's a little way that I could improvise, because sometimes you do something and they'll tell you just before the movie or commercial, do not improvise. So I have to respect their wishes. But if they don't say that to me,
You go.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way. I'm going to tell you how I feel. And every time, and I've done this through commercials. I remember the first commercial I'd done, instead of saying internet, I said intranet. I made a mistake, I said intranet. And they left that in. And, but like I said, I like doing what I do. I like when people comment on something that I wasn't supposed to say, And
Absolutely.
it's not coming to an end because I'm retiring, getting away from this. No, doing movie is a little stretch too. But I'm gonna get involved with a movie that I know that I could work with,
Right.
that I could improvise a little bit.
Well, you're able to pick some of the parts that you.
I don't want
parts you
pressure on me where I got to remember every word for word, because then that's putting pressure on me. I want to, you know what? I want to do it my way. You know, and I'm not going to screw up anything that you want. I'm going to stay within my boundaries, and I'm going to do it. That I'm going to make sure that you're going to like it.
Right.
You know, and so far, everything that I've done with Forrest Whitaker, Henry Silva, De Niro with Analyze This, Analyze That.
Absolutely.
You know, with all these movies that I've always wind up throwing a line
You did
in there.
something with Robert Redford, if I recall.
Yeah, I did something. What did I
I
do with
think
him?
so.
I forgot.
I remember you went out and you went out west or whatever to
Oh,
meet
yeah,
him.
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah. I
You
went out
shot
to-
something.
Yeah,
I was just throwing another name. in
You're
there.
right.
You've dealt with a lot of people.
I've worked with so many of them, I forgot. You know, but
They didn't forget you, Vin.
say what?
I said they didn't forget you.
No. They didn't forget me, all right? No. But you want to know something? I'm not giving up. If somebody offers me a role, either a commercial or a movie or something like that, and I have a little leeway in there, that's fine. I want to get out what's over here, you know? And I don't want to get out that comes from here. I want to be able to tell you how I feel and what I think should happen. I want to bring it from here. And
I
they
think
always
it
want
works
me
for
to
you.
do it because
Yeah,
does work.
I
for
do
you.
I do it with style. I don't do
That's
it.
right.
You know, I don't do it with putting anybody down or saying something I shouldn't say. You know, so that's where I stand. I don't know how much time we have, but I got the finger before by Richard.
Okay.
And I just want to say once again to my audience, I love you all. Thank you for being here tonight with me and for coming to the show. I got one more quick segment right after this. Then we're out of here. So you might as well stay for now. That's only going to be a short one, very short one. And and then somebody else will be taking over the show. And when you hear that music, that means Vinny, go home. There you go.
Thank you, Vic.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.